following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow.
A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's volleyball matchup between two Section 7AA opponents, the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels visiting the Pine City Dragons. As the intro mentioned, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman getting set for tonight's matchup here during the Here's the Pitch pregame show. Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier and really only indoor batting cages. Here's the pitch in North Branch. You can do fast pitch is how you say it, slow pitch, or baseball batting. Tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch. I apologize. I can't talk. English is hard. But, yes, we appreciate them for sponsoring here in the pregame. In just a little bit, shortly, we will get a A&W hometown handoff with Adam Hefty over in Mora. But for now, the Dragons honoring their seniors here on senior night. Not just their seniors. They took a moment or two to actually honor the Moose Lake Willow River seniors, including them in a lovely gesture from the Pine City Dragons. And so nice for them to bring them in on the senior night. There we go. I lost my train of thought. Good grief. But we are going to go and take a look at our A&W hometown handoff. Our
Pine City.
A&W hometown handoff is brought to you by A&W in Pine City. Craving a classic? Stop in for a a frosty muck at their famous root beer. Bear with a juicy cheeseburger or a savory mushroom and Swiss. A&W in Pine City. Taste the tradition. Oh, Adam, I don't know about you. I can't English tonight. Is your night any better over there in Mora?
Well, I mean, it is here in Mora as the Mustangs are getting ready for this battle between themselves and the non-conference foe out of the Lake Superior Conference, the Hibbing Blue Jackets. So Mora, senior night here in Mora as they have their 80,000 seniors, but we have a lot of parents here really proud of their girls and certainly have a reason to be. So they're getting ready to try to keep their momentum going in the right direction before playoffs. How about over there in Pine City?
Well, first of all, I love the fact that number keeps growing, and by the end of the season, we got to get to 1 million before the end of the season. But yes,
we'll see if we can get it that way.
We will see. But yes, over here in Pine City, also senior night, like you mentioned, here in Pine City, they honored the seniors beforehand, and then included Moose Lake Willow River seniors in on it as well. So pretty cool gesture there by Pine City. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. Pine City, coming in, looking to end the season on a high note. They're 5-20 right now. Moose Lake hasn't played as many games as some of the other teams. They've only played 16 games so far. So looking at some of the other teams in this section, they're a little, they come in not as seasoned, if you will, as some of these other teams are in terms of games played. But they are 9-7, and I'm looking forward to a really good matchup here. I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup. The last home game for the Pine City Dragons. I think we're in for a good one, both over here in Pine City and over there in Mora. Adam, that is going to do it for our A&W hometown handoff. Any final thoughts on just tonight's matchup? I know we got Bram playing football as well as Pine City. It's a big night tonight.
It is wild that the season is coming down to a close, but it's fun to see where these teams have gone and how much they've grown.
It really is, and I can't wait to see what the playoffs look like for all of our area local teams. Of course, we'll be out there covering all of the playoff journeys. Well, Adam, I appreciate you for tuning in, checking in for this A&W hometown handoff. Wish you the best of luck on the call over there tonight.
Hey, you too over there in Pine City. Have fun.
All right, thank you so much, Adam Hefty, for joining us for the A&W hometown handoff. Again, that brought to you by A&W in Pine City. You can grab a frosty root beer float or some of their mouth-watering cheese curds that are waiting for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing tonight. They wish both teams good luck. Taking a look at these two teams, but before we do that, I think we're going to take care of some business. Yes, meaning we're going to take a commercial break and hear a word from some of our fine sponsors. Why? Well, we couldn't be out here if it weren't for these sponsors. So, because of that, we're going to go and hear a word from those sponsors because, well, we appreciate them. And, again, we need our sponsors because if they weren't sponsoring us, we can't come out and cover any of these games. So we appreciate our fine sponsors. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today, 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP during the Here's the Pitch pregame show. Again, thanks to Here's the Pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting facility. They also have pitching machines, or you can bring your own pitcher to perfect next season's swing. That's Here's the Pitch in the Tanger Outlet Mall in North Branch. Well, during this Here's the Pitch pregame show, we're taking a look at these two teams and how they are doing this year and what they've done up to this point. As you may have heard, or maybe you didn't, during our A&W hometown handoff, Moose Lake Willow River has not played as many games as other teams have in their section. In fact, they're one of the teams that have the lowest amount of games played in their section. If we go back and take a look, Moose Lake Willow River has only played 16 games. Most everyone else has played over 20. Other than Hinckley, Finlayson, and Duluth Marshall, those teams have only played 14 and 12 games, respectively. So coming in as one of the, I don't want to say inexperienced, but that's just inexperienced as in games played for the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. As got some young ladies from Pine City walking around with some gold on their neck. And, well, if you have paid attention at all through Pine City Athletics, I think I know what that means, and I'm waiting for an email on it. I'm not going to spoil it, so you'll have to tune in tomorrow morning on the morning show with Josh Ramirez on 100.9 FM at 7:45 and 8:45 to find out why that would be. I know why, but got to stay tuned to tomorrow morning. Either way, I want to get that in real quick, just a little teaser for the morning show. But Moose Lake 9-7, and they've won 27 sets, lost 22. So, again, I just not sure how to feel about the lack of games played. Again, and it's not really a lack of games. They've still played 16 games, for Pete's sake. Let's be real with myself. But started off the season 2-3, losing to Crosby Ironton, beating Hinckley and Two Harbors, then losing to Barnum and Carleton Renshaw, two very good teams in their respective right. Then they went into a Crosby Ironton tournament and had a pretty darn good outing. They went 3-1, losing to Pillager to start it, but then beating Deer River, Upsala, and Barnum. Then they came out of that and have since been pretty darn good. In fact, they went 4-2 in their next 6 after that tournament, beating Cromwell, Wright, East Central, McGregor, and Silver Bay, losing to both Esco and Mora. It does look like they did host a tournament this last weekend. There is no official scores from that on minnesotascores.net, so not quite sure how that one went. So unfortunately, I can't let you know. But this week, on Tuesday, they played at Southridge, a very, very good single-A team, one of the better single-A teams out there, and they lost 3-1 to Southridge before coming into tonight's game. Now, Moose Lake Little River will have 2 more games, and they're going to be, one of them going to be tough, a very tough game. In fact, maybe one of the best teams in single-A. They'll host Floodwood next Monday, and then next Wednesday they will get to travel to Cook County to finish off their regular season. So a very tough game next Monday. But this game against Pine City is going to be tough as well. Pine City's got a little bit of edge to them. There's when they are on, they might be one of the toughest teams to stop. So we'll talk about kind of keys to the game as we go forward, but we will wait to do that until we talk about what the Pine City Dragons have done this season. But first, we're going to go back and hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be back with more on these two teams here on WCMP.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price, or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh.
Pizza fundraising from sausage.
City Dragons sitting with a 5-20 record on the season over the course of 25 games. So not a bad record here for Pine City. And, you hear me say not a bad record, you're thinking, well, five wins and 20 losses, Ethan. How is that not bad? Well, it's not bad because of the fact that they have played some really, really tough teams and have had a kind of a stacked schedule, if we're being honest. So, and a lot of these games, too, a lot of these games, they have sometimes been the better team and have not come out on top. So it's sometimes tough, but you know what? I'm excited to see what they can do here tonight against Moose Lake Willow River. Taking a look at their season again, they're 1-8 in section play, have won 20 sets, but have lost 51 of those said sets. It started with a unfortunate 3-game losing streak to Rush City, Mille Lacs, and Proctor. Now, those 3 teams the last handful of years have all either been to state, have been to the section championship, or been in the section semifinal. So you've had those 3 teams that have been near the top of their sections for the last handful of years that they played, and all of them last year, by the way, were also in that spot as well. So a very tough start to the season. Then they would beat Bram 3-1 before losing 2 in a row to Mille Lacs and Mora. Now that Rush City game, let me tell you, it was a 3-1 loss, but let me tell you again, it was not a 3-1 loss. That game felt like a 5-set match, and it almost honestly felt like the Dragons probably should have won that game, and I think they feel the same, and I'm pretty sure it's the same with Mille Lacs. So a very, very tough match in the game 1, but man, did they come out and look good that night. Now I think part of the reason why this year they have not been able to see as many wins as they would like is consistency. Consistency has been a little bit lacking in this team, but when they are consistent, man, they're one of the better teams in this section. So I'm really excited to see, can they put it together early here tonight? That'll be one of the keys. After that loss to Mora, they went into a Farmington tournament where they would lose all 4 to Red Wing, Farmington, Osseo, and Spring Lake Park. All but one of those teams is a 4A team. Red Wing was the only 2A school. All the rest of them were 4A schools. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sometimes it's not necessarily the talent of the bigger schools that beats you, it's the depth. The depth sometimes is what beats you, and I think that was the case there in that tournament. They came out of that, though, and went on a 2-1 run. They beat East Central, lost to Bram, but then beat Aiken. And then they went into a tournament over at Chisago Lakes, and unfortunately, again, just a really tough tournament. All the schools bigger than them except for one. They lost to Matamidi, Chisago, Holy Angels, Cambridge Isani, and Maranatha Christian. That's the only school that is a AA school from that tournament. So again, not necessarily the talent that beats you sometimes, it's the depth. They have played a lot of teams with a lot of depth this year. And it is, it's tough because, again, this team is much better than their record shows. Then after that tournament, they came out last week, when I was gone, not me having the baby, my significant other did, but when we were welcoming our newborn to the world, they were able to beat Ogilvie 3-1 on the road. Then they welcomed in Rush City last Thursday. They fell 3-0. Then over the weekend, they went up to Esco for a tournament. They went 1-3 in said tournament. They lost to Esco, Crosby Ironton, and Proctor. They only lost to Proctor 2-1, though. I think if they play Proctor again, to tell you what, that would be a really close game because they played them early in the season. It was a 3-1 loss, but again, it was a game in which they won that set in that game because I was here for that one, and it felt like, man, they're about to come back and they're about to win this game over Proctor. Did not do such, but let me tell you, if they were to play again in the playoffs, that would be a really good game to watch. But they did beat War Road 2-1, so that was one of the schools that they were able to beat. They came out and lost to a very solid Crosby Ironton team 3-1. Now again, a lot of times this year when they've lost 3-1, it has been so much better than a 3-1 game. And in fact, a lot of times it's more like they've won a 3-2 match. So we'll see what tonight brings. They're hosting Moose Lake Little River, again, in their section, right in the middle, right above Pine City in the section standings. If we look at it, Section 7AA is split up into 2, Subsection 1 and Subsection 2. Esco, Rush City, and Mora are the top 3. Then it's Moose Lake and then Pine City. So that's how that goes. This is a 7-team section, so how that works is one team gets a bye, or 2 teams. I don't know, I'm confusing myself, but the MSHL does not quite have their bracket up and ready yet. But we do know the championship for that section takes place November 1st at Hermantown. Actually, they did just get it up. It'll be not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, that playoffs will start for this section, and it will be high seeds who will get the games until semifinals. The semifinals and championship will then be at Hermantown. So I'm excited. I'm excited for playoffs to start. I cannot wait. I know it's going to be hectic, but, man, that's all part of it. We might have some, I don't know, maybe some milestones that are being reached or close to being reached tonight, so stay tuned for that. We'll keep you updated on that, but stay tuned because we could see a couple of players reach some pretty big milestones tonight. But either way, we are here at Pine City for this Section 7 AA matchup between the Dragons and the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. We are that much closer to first serve. We got about 30 seconds left before the pregame warm-ups have finished, and we are ready for first serve. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go hear a word from our fine sponsors. That's what we'll do. Then, when we come back, National Anthem will have been played. The starting lineups will have been announced, and we'll be ready for first serve here on WCMP. That's going to do it for the Here's the Pitch pregame show on Anthem Country WCMP. Come back and welcome in first serve between the Dragons and the Rebels.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with any coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Tuesday the 21st in Mora at 11:30 or 6. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today, 320-679-1822.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And, of course, live video at WCMPradio.com. The starters will be the seniors for this squad. Will be number 4, Taylor Tollefson, 8, Taylor Haney, 6, Shayla Johnson, 13, Tegan Rosinski, 15, Veronica Lewandowski, and Abby Duclos, number 24. She ended one of the games with 3 aces. I think that was against East Central, I believe. Pretty impressive. The libero will be Addison Roberts, wearing number 12 here tonight. I did not catch the starters from Moose Lake Will River, so I apologize, but their libero will be Kara Lemieux, wearing number 10. We will wait to see who it will be, but the Rebels wearing their red jerseys, the blue half sleeves, and then a little bit of a stripe on the side of the jersey. The letters are blue outlined in white with the white numbers. The Rebels libero will wear the white jersey with the red shoulders, the red numbers with the blue letters outlined in red. Dragons wearing their black home jerseys, the green bottom half of the sleeve and on the side of the jersey, white numbers and the green letters outlined in the white. Looks like it will be 5-11-3, which would be Melody Mock, Caitlin Andrews, and Grace Mock, as well as 8-19-18, which is Keely Allman, Addie Smiley, and Julia Watrin. That's the starters here for Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. I mentioned the starters for Pine City. So we've got a little bit of dysfunction over there with the referee's ladder. We're getting it figured out. Had a couple players try and go over there and help out. Appreciate them for doing that. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Coach Tollefson. Because she gave me some info as to some milestones that could be reached tonight by a couple players. Now, that's all I'm going to say because they might not reach them, but there's a chance that they could. So we'll keep you updated on that. Meanwhile, the serve here from Melody Mock is dug up by Lewandowski on the far side. Roberts keeps it alive and trying to get there as well with Shayla Johnson, but it is going to get down for the first point for the Rebels. Meanwhile, over in Bram, they are leading Mountain Iron Buell 30-20 at the half. Now, there was some weather-related news there to the south, though, so they're hoping it stays that way. Lewandowski gets this one dug up right to the middle and then tapped right down by Moose Lake Willow River. Now, to be fair, I'm going to have to calm down here. Taylor was there as well, just couldn't keep it on the Rebels' side. This serve is over, right to Roberts. Lewandowski has it, and looking for the kill, Taylor Tollefson off a block at the net, dug up on the back line by Lemieux. Now to the front of the net, Watrin with the kill, and makes it 3-0. Big night here for Pine City, their senior night. Recognize their seniors. We'll look at some of them here as we go forward. But again, serving is Melody Mock. And her serve is over, dug up by Lewandowski. Haney and Tollefson will look for the kill on the back line, dug up by Lemieux. Now on the far side, Watrin looking for the kill, and it is. Just long on the hit. And that makes it 3-1. Pine City gets on the board. And now back to serve is Abby Duclos. Remember, she ended a game in 3 straight aces, so she's got that great serve ability. Now the hit is over, dug up by Caitlin Andrews. A diving dig by Lewandowski, but just not enough to get that one alive, or keep it alive, rather. And it finds the wood on the floor. So 4-1. Just a little bit of a late reaction, and sometimes, I don't blame them. Julia Watrin with the serve. It's going to come up short. Lewandowski there. Haney will set it up for Tollefson. A tough hit, but it gets over. Dug up by Moose Lake Willow River. Shayla Johnson looking for the kill. A little too much mustard on that one, and it gets sent a little long on that far sideline. that's the right spot for that one, just a little bit long as do closer check out. Roberts in. Also in is Tegan Rosinski. Back serving Julia Watrin. Her serve is over. Lavandusky there with the dig. Rosinski has it as well. Now Tollefson will hit it across. Dug up right in the middle to the middle of the net. Back blocked by Shayla Johnson, then dug up by the Rebels. Now Taylor Haney with the kill. Taylor Haney gets the kill. And it's 5-2. So tune in tomorrow to find out what happened with the Dragons tennis team today. Meanwhile, Taylor Tollefson will serve. It's dug up by Lemieux, the libero. On this near side, they push over. Off a block. Roberts with a far leaning back hit. And then Tegan Rosinski is going to get the kill. Well, just a great play all around by Pine City. Started with Roberts getting it, and then a nice dig. She had to lean all the way back for that one. Get her hand just on it, and then Rosinski gets the kill. Meanwhile, over in Mora, they beat Hibbing in the first set 25-19. Over on 95.5 MKBK. I'm happy with that call. Serve is over from Pine City, and they look for the kill. Do the Rebels from Caitlin Andrews, but it goes long. Great awareness there by Lavandusky on that back line as it makes it 5-4. Taylor Tollefson with the serve. It is over. Late dig by Lemieux, but nice job getting it into play. And another one that goes long from Andrews, and this has tied it up at 5. Well, Pine City doing a good job of just keeping track of the ball and quite literally tracking the ball really well. Tollefson with the serve. It's over and dug up here by Lemieux. On this near side, pushed across by Addie Smiley. Now dug up by Lavandusky, and Tegan Rosinski has to get it over. Does to Lemieux with the dig. They try and tap it down, but Tollefson right there with the dig. And getting it across is Rosinski once again. Dug up on the other side by Lemieux. Again over, and Lavandusky couldn't quite get to it in time. And again, it is so hard to read where that one's going to be going. She does a really good job of just even noticing where it's going, but just a step behind, because that one was that one kind of floated almost in a way, and then came down right in front of her. Keely Allman, right in front of a diving Lavandusky, and that'll make it 7-5. The ace there for Allman. Now, again, I know Lavandusky will dive out for a ball. That's why I said just a misread that last one. That one she dove after, almost got it. Serve is over. Addison Roberts with the dig. And hit over by Lavandusky. They'll tap it over, and nobody there. It was Addison Roberts who's diving after it, but the dive is just a second late, and she can't get to it. It'll be a kill there for the Rebels. Keely Allman. Readies. And the serve is over. Rosinski with the dig. Roberts sets and keeps it alive for Shayla Johnson to get it over the net. Nice job there by Pine City. Now on this near side, they look for the kill. Lavandusky just sticks the hand out, gets it over, and that's Taylor Haney who will get the kill. Great job there. Great effort by Pine City once again. Taylor Haney's going to get credit for the kill, but man, what a great job by Lavandusky just to stick that hand out and keep that play alive. And now Katie Thiemann will check into the game for Lavandusky. Almost a substitution error there, but they made sure they didn't get to the bench before they checked in with the ref. Now Shayla Johnson will serve. A line drive serve is dug up over there by Lemieux. Now right down the middle, they'll look for the kill. Off a block, and it's, out of bounds. Now, unfortunately, that would have been down in play had it not been blocked, so Pine City did all they could there at the net. You're going to have to get a little bit taller. Now, I don't mean taller as in grow. I mean just taller as in get a little bit higher on that jump if they can to try and make the block. But, hey, I wouldn't want to block any of these. Mallory Mikrot with the serve, dug up by Pine City. Katie Thiemann readjusts, and it's over and dug up there by Andrews. Now hit right into a block. Shayla Johnson there. She sets for Rosinski, and Haney will look for the kill. Haney does not get a lot of kill opportunities. She's their setter, but man, does she do a good job when she has the opportunity. And then a kill here from Mallory Mikrot. Yeah, she just gets that one past a diving Taylor Tollefson. Something you will not see from Pine City is a lack of effort. Maybe one of the best effort-giving teams out there. This serve is over, dug up by Tollefson. Rosinski had that one lined up. And she had it squared up too, but just mistimed both the ball and the jump there. That makes it 11-6. Serve is over. Rosinski gets the dig. Haney sets for Rosinski. Rosinski off, kind of falling to her side, gets it over. And this one, blocked at the net by Thiemann, and Haney just unable to get there in time to make it 12-6. Mallory McRod with the serve again for Moose Lake Willow River. A lob serve, but Roberts is there to Haney to set for Thiemann. Blocked at the net, and almost too easy for Grace Mock. We'll get a timeout here from Pine City. Just a little juice needed for the Dragons right now. Back after 30 seconds.
Guy Fieri's Flavor Town is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavor Town is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavor Town at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City, cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, Dragons trail by 7 right now to the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations, Pine City, Lynchrum, and Cambridge. They called the timeout, and out of the timeout, back out onto the court, trailing by 7. They were trailing early on and then were able to tie it up, so they have all the ability in the world to make a comeback, so do not think that they are out of this. Again, it's Mallory Mickrot to serve for the Rebels. It is over, dug up by Johnson on that far side. And then, miscommunication there between Thiemann and Rosinski. Thiemann thinking that should have been Rosinski's set, and obviously Rosinski thinking it should have been Thiemann. So a little bit of miscommunication there, and I don't know whose it was supposed to be. I'm not that knowledgeable of volleyball, so Tollefson and Shayla Johnson both go after that dig, and because of that, that winds up sending it into the bleachers on the far side. A little bit of a mistake there. Just not communicating. They're not miscommunicating, just not communicating between those two. But you see the communication from Taylor Tollefson just immediately telling her teammate, hey, wash it off. It's okay. Forget about it. Taylor Tollefson with the attempted kill, but a diving dig from the Rebels. It's over now. Tollefson with the dig. Haney with the hit to Rosinski for the attempted kill. Then Rebels can't get it across. Carla Freitag tried to get it over, but unfortunately actually wound up hitting it more on her team's side. Abby Duclos will check in, and then out for the libero, and also checking in is Allie Tollefson. Allie Tollefson, the southpaw for Pine City. Meanwhile, back to serve is Taylor Haney. Her serve is up, and it is over. A low dig. It's going to be an ace for Taylor Haney on the serve, as Lemieux did all she could just to stretch for it, but could not keep that one from going into the scorer's table. Roberts will check in now for Shayla Johnson. Another ace for Taylor Haney. Again, Moose Lake got there, but they could not keep that one alive. Taylor Haney with the serve. It is across the court serve, but it's dug up on the near sideline. Now Lemieux will look to hit it over. Tollefson is there with the dig. Haney sets for Allie Tollefson, who hits it long. Well, that's unfortunate for Allie Tollefson. Coming in off the bench a little cold, as she just couldn't kind of snap the wrist down to keep that one from sailing. Caitlin Andrews to serve. And, that one is in just past Roberts. Roberts, I honestly initially thought it was a good move because I thought it was just going to go long, but it just stayed in. And not much you can do on that one if you're Roberts. I know maybe you want to be aggressive with it on that one since you're down by so much, but I appreciate the effort. Now this serve is over, dug up by Rosinski. Tollefson will keep it alive on the set, and Allie Tollefson will hit it over. Nearly a kill, but they tap it back across. Katie Thiemann is there. A diving dig for the Rebels will keep it over. Katie Thiemann again at the net to push it back across on the block, and now hit over by the Rebels. Blocked at the net by Thiemann, and they'll look to hit it over again off a block. Allie Tollefson is there. Taylor Haney, no one said it's Thiemann who knocks it back across. And the Rebels try to set it up, but they instead hit it towards the scorer's table, and that'll make it 17-10. They were had two players really close together on that set, which pushed it into the scorer's table as she hesitated just a little bit and just enough. Tegan Rosinski is back to serve for Pine City. And it's going to be an ace for Tegan Rosinski, making it 17-11. Like I said, you cannot count Pine City out. No matter the deficit, they always find a way to come back. Serve is going to go long this time. Make it 18-11. And speaking of number 11, Grace Mock back to serve for the Rebels. One of the seniors on the squad, actually one of only 3 seniors. Her, Ridley Peterson, and Caitlin Andrews, the only 3 seniors. But Mock's serve is long this time. And this time, the getting out of the way works out. Get a sub here. Lavandusky will check in for Thiemann. And a little bit of confusion, but it looks like Lavandusky will go back to serve. And then Roberts checks out, and in comes Shayla Johnson. Lavandusky with the serve. It is over and dug up there by Julia Watron. Hit over. I think it actually got off a block there. That's what sent it on the redirect. And that'll make it 19-12. Rebels. Going back to serve now, Melody Mock, a junior for the Rebels. Her serve is up, and it is over. Tegan Rosinski there at the net, trying to get it off the ricochet was Taylor Haney. Well, that one, yeah, anytime it goes near the net or it gets into the net, that's just a tough play for anybody. She did all she could to try and make that one happen. 20-12, another serve here from Melody Mock. Lavandusky with the dig. Haney sets, and that's Taylor Tollefson. I apologize. The serve goes a little bit long. And Melody Mock will ready a serve once again. This one's over, dug up by Rosinski. Haney sets. Taylor Tollefson looks for the kill. Off a block at the net. The Rebels will keep it alive, and they look for the kill. Redirect off the block from Pine City, and Shayla Johnson winds up getting it over. What a great team effort there. They'll line it up again off a block, and Allie Tollefson tapping her chest saying, hey, my bad. She thought Taylor Haney was a little bit closer than what she was, and she taps her chest immediately saying, hey, my bad. I should have got that. What a great play by Pine City, though. Unable to capitalize on it. As now Melody Mock will serve, and oh man, right between Lavandusky and Rosinski, miscommunication between the two, and that's an ace, and that makes it 23-12. With that, we'll get a 30-second timeout back here on WCMP after our sponsor.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
And we're back. We're gone a long time. No, just kidding. It's a really quick 30-second break. But Pine City back out there all ready to get going from the timeout. Looking at some scores from around our local listening area. This didn't happen in our local listening area, but it's one of our local teams. Pine City up in Esco. It was only 20-6 going into the fourth quarter, and they would wind up losing 32-6. So Pine City gave Esco a run for their money once again. Meanwhile, Taylor Tollefson will get the kill. Not the hit she wanted on it. You can tell from her reaction, but a kill no less for Taylor Tollefson. Meanwhile, Allie Tollefson now will serve. The southpaw serve is over. Maybe one of the toughest southpaw serves you will ever try to receive if you're the other team. This hit going to go long from the Rebels, and it works out 23-14. Allie Tollefson's serve, man, I've been watching since the beginning of the season, and man, oh man, that is such a tough serve to try and receive. Nobody's really had well, of course, the announcer's jinx in a full effect there. I was going to say nobody has really had a good read on it, but that time she hits it long. And the old announcer's jinx into full effect there, and you can, again, anyone watching can blame me for that happening. Julia Watron will serve for the Rebels. Set point. And it is over Lavandusky. And Taylor Haney gets it over. That should be, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, we get a lift call here on Pine City's. I think they got it on Taylor Haney. Oh, man. Well, it looked like a good hit from my angle, but they say no. And that's going to end the first set. Well, wow. Well, maybe a little bit of a missed call there, but well, we got to stick with it. They're the referees for a reason. Well, that's going to do it for the first set. Rebels will win 25-14. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors during the set. Holmes out of glass set break. I need a nap.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP, they honored their seniors tonight did the Dragons, starting with Taylor Tollefson. You know, her favorite volleyball memory said, dancing to Cotton Eye Joe with Morgan Mako and the rest of the team. He also plans to attend a 4-year college to study exercise science and minor in theological and Bible studies. That is so cool. She says, volleyball isn't everything. You can be competitive, but don't be too hard on yourself. Be you and have fun. And that's something she does every single night. You can tell her energy is infectious. They also, Shayla Johnson is one of those seniors. You know, she talked about how she slipped on some water during their first run out of the season. Oh, my goodness. She also plans to get a degree in environmental engineering and travel places to improve the environment. We will continue to read the honors that they did for the seniors here tonight as we go forward. We'll get those two in now. And as we begin set number 2, it's the Dragons with the serve. And Haney's serve is over. Oh, just dug up by Watron on a late dig and then hit back across. Roberts is there with the dig. Allie Tollefson with an absolute missile right back to Moose Lake Willow River, and they can't catch up. Allie Tollefson, you're thinking to yourself, with the talent she has, she's a senior, right? No, not even a junior. She's a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to be a staple with this Pine City team, much like her sister has been the last 3 years. This serve by Haney. You heard an out call from Moose Lake Willow River? I don't think so, as they did keep it in. Roberts with the dig now for Pine City, and Tegan Rosinski will look for the kill. Oh, just great. Perfect placement there from Tegan Rosinski. Can't do it much better. Great job there from Rosinski. Placed that one right behind the front line, the blockers, and then their libero Lemieux just had no shot at it. Taylor Haney's serve is over. Lemieux just did get her hand underneath that one. Tapped over. Thiemann is there. Set by Haney, and Allie Tollefson will get the hit across, but it's dug up by the libero for Moose Lake Willow River. Blocked at the net. Katie Thiemann with the block. Nice job there from Katie Thiemann. 3-0. Serve here from Haney again, right to Lemieux. And they'll push it to the far side. Blocked again at the net by Katie Thiemann. Back-to-back blocks for Thiemann make it 4-0. They're doing a really good job of getting up on those jumps now, getting some more height to them. This one at the net, and blocking it down is Tegan Rosinski this time to make it 5-0, and a timeout called by Moose Lake Willow River. Since we just came back from a commercial break, we are going to keep it here. WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Looks like set 2 belonged to Mora over there in Mora. The Mustangs hosting Hibbing. They won the second set, 25-10. So they now lead 2-0 over Hibbing. Mora having some really good success late in the season. They're getting hot at the right time. And you talk to all the coaches anywhere, that's what they talk about, just getting hot at the right time. Playing some really good volleyball late in the season, right before playoff. That's what you want to do. Looks like we've out of the timeout. We're actually possibly going to get an extra little break because they're trying to fix the referee's ladder. And they're going to take a look at it. Want to keep these referees safe, obviously, so they want to make sure that the ladder is as safe as it can be. Looks like it might be okay. Well, not quite sure. They're still discussing over there. We're actually going to get the serve, though. Referee says, you know what, I'm okay, so they're going to serve. Haney will serve to the back line. Lemieux with the dig. Now pushing it back on this near side. They'll get it across, and Taylor Tollefson will get the dig on the back line to Haney sets. And Allie Tollefson gets the kill again. 6-0 Allie Tollefson coming to life here in this second set. Again, they started, the seniors did, Pine City, so she did not come in until late in that first set. And Haney serves it into the net. And again, serving is such a delicate thing. You get any disruption in the serve routine, it's going to throw you off and could wind up making a mistake. And it seemed like that was the case there. Julia Watron will serve from Moose Lake Willow River. It's dug up by Roberts. Now to Haney on the far side. And Tegan Rosinski does all she could not to get into the net. Keeps it alive. And this one, just a great hit there. Great spot by Addie Smiley to get the kill for Moose Lake Willow River. 6-2 is the score. Watron's serve is over. Roberts again with the dig for Pine City. Set by Haney. Allie Tollefson just taps it over. Good idea. And, well, it's going to get down. I don't know if that's, I think that's still technically a kill for Allie Tollefson. So 7-2. Pine City on top. Tegan Rosinski's serve is over. A line drive serve, diving dig by Moose Lake, just keep it alive, and then hit into the net there by Caitlin Andrews, and it's 8-2. Rosinski will ready another serve. It is over, dug up over there by Watron. They'll look for the kill. Blocked at the net, though, by Thiemann. Taylor Tollefson was also there. Allie Tollefson hits it back across the net. They'll line it up again. Blocked at the net again. Taylor Tollefson this time with the block. Make it 9-2. Tegan Rosinski serving to the net. So that makes it 9-3. Rosinski checks out. In is Peyton Liao. Liao will check in. Only a sophomore. Back to serve for Moose Lake Willow River. Keely Allman. Her serve is over. Liao with the dig. They try to attack her right away, but she says, hey, go ahead. And Allie Tollefson says, hey, I'm sending it back your way with the kill. Allie Tollefson to make it 10-3. Thiemann out. In is Shayla Johnson. Roberts will serve. A rainbow serve is over, dug up by Moose Lake Little River. They'll look for the kill. Oh, and Liao tried her best to matrix out of the way of that one, because that one was going long. She did her best to try and duck underneath it, but unfortunately kind of hits her. And again, she did all she could just to kind of get out of the way, but fortunately just not enough, as Mallory Mickrot will go back to serve. And again, you don't blame her on that one because she did all she could. Serve is over, dug up by Liao. And now Taylor Tollefson looking for the kill. Kept alive on that far sideline by Watron. They'll look now, and Liao on the back line. Gets it over. Shayla Johnson there, but blocked by Grace Mock. And that makes it 10-5. Mickrot will serve. A lob serve over just in front of the net, and it gets down. But Pine City gets it over. Well, Allie Tollefson, not how she drew it up, but it works. It hits the top of the net and then slowly rolls over for the kill, make it 11-5. Serve here from Allie Tollefson. She goes across court with it, kept alive by the Rebels. Now to the back line, Liao with the dig. And Allie Tollefson looks for the kill off the block. I believe she got it off the block from Moose Lake Little River. You know how hard that is to do, to get a kill off a block or through a block for it to get down. That's a great hit by Taylor Tollefson. Allie Tollefson will serve. The line drive serve hits the net, stays alive, and they look for the kill. But Allie Tollefson is there. It hits the net and goes out. 12-6. And going back to serve is Caitlin Andrews on this near side, back at the boundary line of the basketball court. Serve right in between Liao and Roberts, and it is out. I think the Dragons might have got a gift there. 13-6, excuse me. I thought initially looking at it that it was a point for an ace for Rebels, but not the case. Liao checks out. In is Tegan Rosinski. Back to serve Taylor Tollefson. Her serve is over. Dug up there by Watron. Watron will look for the kill, but Roberts is there. Tosses it back. Tollefson and Tegan Rosinski will get it over. To the front of the net, they'll set it up again here for Grace Mock, but it's blocked at the net by Haney, and then they get the kill. 13-7. Grace Mock will serve. Again, she'll line up past the out-of-bounds line for the Rebels. And here's the serve, or for the basketball court, the Rebels. Dig there by Allie Tollefson, but it's going to be an ace for Mock. Make it 13-8. And Lavandusky will check in for Allie Tollefson. And Lavandusky will go to the back line. And Grace Mock to serve. And it's over. Two Dragons go after. They wind up getting it back across the net. This time Lavandusky will get it. Haney hits it back across again, and they will line it up. And Roberts with the diving dig. Back across the net again. Wow. This one right to Tollefson on the back line. Haney and Taylor Tollefson with the block, or with the kill. Sometimes it's not your night. It's not mine broadcasting, but it is the Dragons. They lead 14-8. Trail 1-0. Katie Thiemann checks in for Addison Roberts. Something I forgot to do, you'll see now popping up underneath the Rebels' name will be a dash that signifies their set victory. And we'll see this hit go into the net to make it 15-8. And just as I say that, a timeout is called by the Rebels. We'll take a 30-second break.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
AM 1350 and 106.5 FM You're home for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Dragons of Pine City and the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. Keeping you updated on scores from around us. Last time we checked, it was halftime in Bram, where the Bombers led Mountain Iron Buell 30-20. And Pine City football fell tonight in Esco 32-6. It was 20-6 in the fourth quarter, so Pine City keeping it close again with Esco. Shayla Johnson will serve out of the timeout. It's dug up by Lemieux on the back line. They'll set it up, and Watron will push it over. But it's blocked at the net again by Thiemann, and it stays on their side. Rosinski will try and get it, and now Taylor Haney will get the kill. Nice job by Haney on that one. Shayla Johnson the serve again. Watron, oh, nice job being a good teammate there. Got a free tag. Now gets over Lewandowski with the dig. Katie Thiemann at the net, tries to get the block, and there was Keely Allman. And she keeps it on the Dragon side. It's going to be 16-9. Couple subs here from Moose Lake Willow River. And in to serve is Melody Mock. Serve is over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson. Haney sets. And hitting it across is Rosinski. Rebels get the dig on that far side. Watron blocked at the net by Thiemann again. Got plenty of blocks tonight. Watron again through the block and out on this near sideline. Great awareness there by Addison Roberts to let that one go, 17-9. Allie Tollefson will check in for Lewandowski. She'll go to the front of the line. Back serving is Tegan Rosinski. And the serve is over. Lemieux has to go to one knee to get it. And it's tapped over, but Rosinski is right there waiting. Haney sets. Allie Tollefson will look for the kill. Off a block, stays alive for Lemieux. They keep it alive, almost crossing the line, but didn't. Great job by Moose Lake Willow River, dug up by Taylor Tollefson. Tegan Rosinski looks for the kill, and it's dug up by Thiemann. Tegan Rosinski will push it back across. The Rebels somehow keep it alive, and now Roberts will have it to Haney. Katie Thiemann will look for the kill. Blocked again. Haney there, as is Allie Tollefson, and Addison Roberts gets it back across. They'll set it up again. Blocked again! This time by Rosinski and Thiemann, and this is going to get down. A block there for Rosinski and Thiemann. They each get a half a block, would that be? Or would it? I don't know. I don't know how this all exactly works scoring-wise and stuff. You'd think I would, having called volleyball for so many years. Taylor Haney's serve goes off the top of the net. Oh, she definitely went over the line with that foot, but maybe not enough as he hit it back over. Taylor Tollefson on the dive. Allie Tollefson, oh man, just hits it long. Makes it 18-10. Back to serve Julia Watron, a junior for the Rebels. Here's the serve from Watron. Not going to be enough on that one. Into the net, makes it 19-10. Got an update for you. Bram leading Mountain Iron Buell 42-20. Well, pretty good game there for Bram. Serve here from Tegan Rosinski. Again, Lemieux with the dig towards the front of the net. And just tapped over. Taylor Tollefson at the front of the net with the dig. Haney sets for Taylor Tollefson. And Taylor Tollefson with the kill. 20-10. Back to serve Tegan Rosinski again. Serve is over. Dug up there by Andrews on this near side. And just get it over. Roberts went aggressive because I think she thought that one was coming over, but then she hesitated and pushed it a little bit deeper on that one. Well, nice job there by Moose Lake Willow River. And looks like Liao will check in for Rosinski. Meanwhile, going back to serve for the Rebels is Keely Allman. 20-11 is the score. Allman's serve is over Liao. Oh, my goodness. Her dig sent it straight to the ground, but Haney somehow got a hand underneath it. But unfortunately, that will be an ace for the Rebels. 20-12 now. Another serve over. Liao this time a clean dig. Haney will set for Allie Tollefson, who pushes it across. A little too much on that one as Watchman was able to get to it. And they now got to get it over on this third hit. Liao on the back line. Gets it. Haney will set, and Thiemann will have to hit it across. She does towards the middle, and it's dug up by Allman. Now looking for the kill, and getting it is Caitlin Andrews. 20-13. Keely Allman readying, and here's the serve. Taylor Tollefson to Haney, to Tollefson. Through, oh my goodness, through the block, but somehow the Rebels kept it alive. Haney, it winds up actually staying on the Dragon side, and great hustle by Liao, and Haney gets it over, blocked again. Oh, Thiemann, it's a double hit. Got the block and then hit it into the net. 20-14. Thiemann shocked, beside herself. But she was smiling through it, so I like to see that. 20-14. Keely Allman with the serve for the Rebels. It's over and dug up by Roberts. At the front of the net, Haney sets for Tollefson. Taylor Tollefson hits it across, dug up by Andrews on the far side. Right down the middle, they'll look to hit it over. But Allie Tollefson is there, pushed over by Haney, and great job by Taylor Haney. Just great awareness on that one to get that one in on that near sideline towards the back. And that's just a good push from Taylor Haney. Addison Roberts back to serve. And her serve is over. Lemieux goes after it. One of her teammates was there, but didn't get it. Andrews with the kill attempt, but Liao is there. Allie Tollefson does all she could just to get it. And now Shayla Johnson will hit it just over. A little bit of a hook shot there from her to get the kill. Hey, if it works, it doesn't matter, right? 22-14. Roberts' serve is over. Dug up on the back line by Watrin. They'll keep it alive, and Watrin will have to hit it from the back line. Liao with the dig. Haney sets on this near side. Tapped over. Great job by Taylor Tollefson, and she's going to get the kill. Well, Taylor didn't need to do a whole lot on that one. She just needed to get it over the blockers on the front line, and she did just that. Very smart heads-up play by Pine City's Taylor Tollefson. 23-14. Serve here from Roberts is over. Again, Lemieux with the dig. She has got to be in double digits already as this hit goes into the net, and it's going to be 4 hits now for the Rebels. It's 24-14. Pine City with set point here in the second. Roberts' serve is over, and a dig just in time by Watrin to keep it alive. They'll punch it back. Liao is there. Haney sets. Allie Tollefson just long. 24-15. Still set point. Rebels would need 9 straight. Into serve is Mallory Mikrat for the Rebels. We're number 13. She takes a little something off that one, and yeah, Roberts can't get to it. Smart play there from Mikrat. And just a late reaction from Roberts. To be fair, I also was midair thinking, is that going to come up short? And then but by the time it hit the ground, I was like, yep, it's coming up short. This serve is over. This time Liao with the dig. Haney will set on this near side for Taylor Tollefson, who finishes it off with the kill. Set 2 belongs to the Dragons. 25-16. They win this one. Well, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back after a Hones Auto Body and Glass set break here on WCMP. Hones Auto Body and Glass, over 44 years of experience in more.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports set break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. Pineagency.us.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on WCMP after that Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break. As I mentioned before, it's senior night here in Pine City. They honored their seniors, and we will continue to kind of try and do that as best we can. But the next senior we'll talk about is Taylor Haney. You know, she talked about how stopping and eating at places on the way home from volleyball matches, and well, I can definitely agree with her on that. That would be the highlight of my career if I played. Her plans after, she's going to attend college for equine science. She's unsure whether or not she will continue pursuing a volleyball career. I don't know what equine science is. I feel like that's horse, but I could be wrong. And I know people are yelling at the radio right now, it's this. Come on, how are you so dumb? Well, here's the thing. I just am, okay? Don't judge me too much. Some of her advice is just to play hard and leave nothing to regret. Another one is a foreign exchange student. They said it during the pregame, and I don't remember. Sierra, I think is how they pronounce it, or I think it's Sierra Della Modesta. If you're listening, if I botched that, sincerest of apologies. But she said her first day, one of her favorite memories, was everyone was so nice and welcoming. You love to see that. She says she gets to go back home and then graduates there, and she just says it's important to be nice to yourself and others. Very cool. We'll continue to do that as we go along in the broadcast. We're tied at one set apiece. You'll see the dash under each team's name. So one dash on each, or underneath each. Meanwhile, update for you from Baram. The Bombers right now in control in that game. After the third quarter, they are on top of the Rangers 50-20. Meanwhile, it's the Rebels who will start with the serve. It's over. Roberts with the dig. Set by Haney, and Allie Tollefson just taps it over. Smart play there, but it's dug up by the Rebels. Watchman will hit it across. Taylor Tollefson, a sliding dig, set by Thiemann, and now Tegan Rosinski looks for the kill, and they'll set it up on the far side for Watchman again. Off a block, diving dig from Haney. Rosinski was there, but just not enough to get underneath it, and it's 1-0 Rebels. Serving again, Melody Mock. It's over. Roberts is there. Haney sets. Allie Tollefson. No, it's dug up by Andrews. Andrews will look for the kill. Right to Taylor Tollefson, though, on the back line. Haney will set. And it's Katie Thiemann. Ooh, a late hit over. But she does manage to get that one across. Now hit into the block of Pine City. It stays on the Rebels' side, and they'll try again. Watrin will get it just in between the diving Tollefson and Haney. And while they lay on the floor, they kind of look at each other and go, well, let's move on. Get to the next one. Melody Mock will serve. Serve is over. Taylor Tollefson will get it. And now Tegan Rosinski looks for the kill on the back line, though. It's Lemieux who got there. Watchman will hit it across. Taylor Tollefson kept it alive, and oh, man, that one kind of spun almost backwards, and Roberts tried to get the dig to keep the play up, but that one will get down an ace there for Mock. And Mock will serve again. This is into the net, so Pine City will catch a break, and I think they needed it. I think they needed that one there. Need one just to know, hey, all right, not going to go forever. We get it back, and the reason why Pine City was able to kind of get the lead and sustain the lead is they were being the aggressor. They were able to be the aggressor for much of that second set, as that one goes into the net on the hit from Moose Lake Willow River. 3-2 now. But again, they were able to be the aggressor much of that set. They didn't have to sit back and wait for a ton of serves from Moose Lake Willow River. They were able to bring it to the Rebels. Let's see if they can't do that here in this one. Rosinski serve, a line drive serve, very nice serve, and Watchman will get it. They'll set it up on the far side, but Rosinski there on the back line with the dig to Haney. Allie Tollefson pushes it over, and Allie Tollefson with the kill. Hey, Dragons today have been doing a really good job of just making the smart plays. They're not doing anything extreme. They're not going for the one big kill. They're just playing smart and making the smart plays, and I'm sure Coach Tollefson loves to see that. Meanwhile, the serve is over, dug up, and they'll try and hit it, but into a block. Katie Thiemann is there once again. Katie Thiemann has now 4 according to my stats, but again, take that with a grain of salt because my stats are extremely unofficial. 4-3. Tegan Rosinski will serve. And the serve. Lemieux got that one at a tough angle, and now Andrews will get it. Oh, and it was kept alive by Rosinski. Just got underneath it. Taylor Haney at the last possible moment tried to keep it alive, but that one at too much of a downward angle for her to get, as Rosinski out in is Liao. Liao's done a good job coming in off the bench. Been really impressed with the ability, and I got to tell you, it's not easy to come in cold because they have gone right after her on the serves when she comes in. Meanwhile, she does get the dig there. Taylor Tollefson will push across. Nearly got down, but Lemieux just did get underneath it. Katie Thiemann. Looks like a double hit from Moose Lake Willow River. Well, Katie Thiemann with that one right at the middle of the net. The aggressor just smacking it back across. As now Thiemann out, in is Shayla Johnson. And Roberts with the serve. Oh, some backward spin on that one, and it's going to be an ace for Addison Roberts. You know, I've said it before earlier in the year. Unfortunately, been a while since I've been able to call a Pine City game, but this Pine City team gets a lot of aces. I mean, they got double digits in like the second set in Rush City in their first game of the year. Meanwhile, the serve is over, and now Pine City has it back. Oh, Taylor Tollefson hits it into the net, and that'll make it 6-5, and Taylor Tollefson, she turns around smiling, laughing, guessing that she just kind of made a mistake there. So that's one thing about this team is, man, they are hard on themselves, but, man, you got Taylor Tollefson there. She just brings this infectious energy, and it's great. That's why she is a great leader. Meanwhile, this serve is over. Roberts had it. That's going to be in a tough angle. Taylor Tollefson, not much she could do there on that one. Just, I mean, into the net. It would have been a tough angle anyways for the third hit to get that one, try and get it kind of, you would have had quite the curve on it. Would have almost had been a slider, even a curveball. Meanwhile, this serve gets to Roberts with the dig. Haney sets it up for Allie Tollefson. Couldn't quite, it almost looked like it went out, but again, my eyes are terrible, so that's why it was like, oh, wait a minute, but no. That's why they got the flaggers down there to point, because their eyes are, one, better than me, and they're also down on the court. So Allie Tollefson with the serve. A line drive serve is over. Push to the front of the net, and Andrews will look for the kill just in front of Liao. She will get it, tie it up at 7. Lavandowski will check in for Allie Tollefson. A couple substitutions on the side of the Rebels. Mallory Mikrot will check in, presumably to go back and serve, and Carla Freitag will go in as well. And if you are listening from the Rebels area and that is not how you pronounce Carla's last name, again, I apologize. I do not mean to botch it. Meanwhile, the serve is into the net. And it's now 8-7. Pine City leads on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Tegan Rosinski will check in for Peyton Liao. And back to serve is Taylor Tollefson. It's over, dug up by Lemieux. And they'll tap it across. Addison Roberts diving dig to keep it alive. Haney, and then Tegan Rosinski pushes it over. Dug up there by Andrews. And hit back across. A hit to keep it alive. And Taylor Tollefson, oh man, she went to the court hard to get that one. Oh my goodness. And I mean hard. Got up slowly, but she's okay. Oh man. Never want to see anybody get hurt, but wow. She is tough. I mean, man, I was a little concerned there. She's okay, though. Meanwhile, here's the serve. It is over from Andrews back across on the block as Haney tried to keep that play alive after the Moose Lake Willow River block, but just couldn't get a clean play on it. So Andrews will get another serve, 9-8. Rebels with the lead now. There's a few mistakes here from Pine City that they can certainly overcome and correct. And they'll need to do so. What a dive that serve took. I mean, my goodness, you can't draw it up any better. She couldn't have wished for a better serve. That was impressive. And if that's a serve that she meant to do, that's impressive. But man, that ball took an absolute dive. Lavandusky will get the dig off this one. It'll be set on the side of the Rebels. They're a little bit behind the 8 ball, and in fact, they'll hit it into the net. Would have been a lift call, I think, anyways, on it. As that hit was, I think she got a little too much on that one, but Pine City gets one back. Thiemann in for Roberts, and back to serve is Shayla Johnson. 10-9. Johnson's serve is over. Been impressed with her serving tonight. It's definitely been needed. Now Watchman will hit it back across. Taylor Tollefson is there. Lavandusky will hit it, and Tegan Rosinski will push it across. Oh, man, Lemieux just got there. Otherwise, perfect placement. Now Watchman blocked at the net by Thiemann. Thiemann has been a block specialist here tonight, but somehow the Rebels keep it alive. That's an impressive play. Thiemann with the dig, and Haney just tries to get it over, and they again, off the deflection, get it back over. Haney will set. Thiemann tries just to tap it over, but the Rebels are ready, and they'll have a chance now. But there's Lavandusky. It is near the official's ladder, and then Lavandusky gets it across. They'll set it up, and it's pushed over. Lavandusky did all she could to get that one back, but Grace Mock will get a little bit of a lucky bounce there to make it 11-9. Whoa, what a volley. Roberts in for Shayla Johnson. Wow. Well, if the Dragons needed some energy, they got the boost there from that volley. That was an impressive point. Grace Mock will go back to serve. It is over. Roberts with the dig. Haney will set. And from about midway, Tollefson tried. Roberts accidentally stepped in front of her as she was trying to get out of the way, you could see, but she just didn't realize Taylor Tollefson was setting up right there. It's just a mistake. Again, nice thing about mistakes, you can overcome them. Serve is over. Dug up by Tollefson. That's Taylor Tollefson. Now Tegan Rosinski will look for the kill. And, off of blocks. Spins on the net and kept alive by Katie Thiemann. Now Rosinski will look to the far sideline. It's dug up by Lemieux. They'll look for the kill. Off a block and almost got there. But it gets down 13-9. Would imagine we see a timeout. They'll get a timeout now. So Coach Tollefson will call a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals. Monday, October 20th at 6 p.m. in Isle. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
Back here on WCMP. Mora gets the clean sweep over Hibbing, 25-19, 25-10, and 25-15. They win 3-0. So Mora, again, playing at a very high level late in the season. That's exactly what you want if you're any team. Doesn't matter. 13-9 is our score. Pine City trails the Rebels on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Here's the serve from Mock, but it's into the net. And Pine City's got to capitalize off the Rebel mistakes, as we'll see Allie Tollefson check in for Lavandusky. This set, they have not done as well capitalizing on those mistakes as the second, and they'll look to do so with the Haney serve. Andrews had to get all the way low for that one, but she manages to keep it alive. Taylor Tollefson now. Haney to Allie Tollefson, and it's dug up by Lemieux. Somehow keeps that alive, and it'll be hit back across. Taylor Tollefson, though, ready for that one. Haney will set, and it's Katie Thiemann, and I don't even know if that was blocked. It might have just been hit into the net. Either way, it's Moose Lake Willow River point, 14-10. Substitution on, no, not on both sides. It'll be the same 6 for Pine City. It'll be just the Rebels with the sub, and checking in and going back to serve is Melody Mock. Here's the serve. Tegan Rosinski, and now hits it to Allie Tollefson. Oh my goodness, she mishit it, and somehow it still winds up getting over the net and down for a kill. Well, not at all how she wanted that one to go. And in fact, I think everybody thought that one was going to wind up either hitting the antenna or staying on their side. But hey, she just had enough magic on that one just to get it over. Tegan Rosinski will serve. Right to Lemieux. She's done a good job all night with getting those digs. Tapped over. Blocked at the net, though, by Taylor Tollefson. Pushed back over, and Roberts is there. Haney sets for, Taylor did it. Man, she tried to get underneath it so she could kind of almost let it roll off her fingertips in a way. Obviously, that you can't do that, but that's kind of the hit she was going for so she could push it back over the net. But it almost stuck to her hand and then came back towards their side. So not at all she drew it up, but that's okay. Julia Watron the serve, dug up by Roberts to Haney, and Taylor Tollefson with a chance for the kill there, but it's dug up by the Rebels, and that hit is going to go out of bounds on the far side on the hit from the Rebels. Make it 15-12. Madison Roberts with the serve. Again, Lemieux with the dig. They set it up for Andrews. And that right past Liao. You know, Andrews, when she hasn't got a lot of them tonight, but when she's had the opportunity, she does a really good job of finding the perfect spot for those hits and delivers. Keely Allman back to serve now for the Rebels. 16-12 our score. Serve dug up by Roberts. And they'll set it up for Allie Tollefson. Again, hit it, kind of misjumped as well, but she still had enough English on it to get that one over for the kill. Allie Tollefson will serve. She just hits the top of the net, and it rolls over. It's an ace for Allie Tollefson. We're used to seeing her getting upwards of 5 a night. This time, she hits the top of the net and gets it to roll over for her first. Southpaw will look to do it again. This time going to get it, and it's Lemieux with it. And just getting it over is Watron. Taylor Tollefson sets herself up, and she'll be set up by, oh my goodness, Haney with the beautiful set to Taylor Tollefson. And even her teammates can't believe it. What a hit. Somebody get down there and yell, look out. That was dangerous. Allie Tollefson with the serve. Andrew switches up how she wants to dig that one. And this one's pushed over. Oh, man. Haney and Allie Tollefson miscommunicate there. Both of them thought, well, I think Haney initially thought, hey, Allie Tollefson's right behind me. She'll get it. And then vice versa for Tollefson. She thought Haney's right there. She'll get it. So just a little bit of miscommunication as to who's supposed to get that one. Meanwhile, Lavandusky in for Allie Tollefson. Back to serve for the Rebels is Mallory Mikrot. 17-15 is our score. Here's the serve. Lavandusky gets it. Haney sets. And Taylor Tollefson, with another kill. And she's coming to life here in the third set. It took a little bit, but she's getting a little bit stronger. The owl checks out. In is Shayla Johnson. And Taylor Tollefson will serve. This one's over. You guessed it, Lemieux with the dig. And this time she'll get a chance to hit it over. She does, and because it was so close to the top of the net, Pine City really couldn't tell what was going to happen with that ball. I don't blame him, man. I think if you're Coach Tollefson, you kind of write that one off as a redo almost, just because I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Either way, now it's Pine City trying to keep it alive, but they'll get the kill, make it 19-16. Here's the serve from Andrews into the net. 19-17. And Shayla Johnson will go back to serve. Katie Thiemann in for Roberts. Brace Orthodontics scoreboard. Has the Dragons trailing by 2. Shayla Johnson with another good serve. Dug up by Watron. They'll hit it long from Mock. 19-18. If you're the Rebels, you don't worry because, again, these games are just as much mental as they are physical and athleticism. But I would be, as a broadcaster, if I'm a fan of Moose Lake Little River, I'd be a little bit worried at Pine City tying this because it almost feels like momentum is steadily shifting their way, and if they were to tie it, they might be able to finish it off, but not going to be so, as Tollefson with a diving dig. Lavandusky did, all she could, because that one came on a line drive off the Tollefson dig. But I know this team, again, hard on themselves, and they'll probably say to themselves, doesn't matter. You like that mentality, but hopefully they remember, hey, it's okay, just breathe, move on. Grace Mock to serve. It's dug up by Roberts. Haney sets, and Tollefson from that middle of the court will hit it back across. Now back across here by the Rebels. Dug up by Tegan Rosinski, and a miss hit there by Rosinski. Makes it 21-18. Just didn't get up on that one like she would have liked to have, and hit it into the net. And we'll get a timeout here, looks like by Pine City. While they take one, we will as well.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything: your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Two young ladies across the way are starting the DRAGONS Dragons chant. Love it. They got a cheer from the fans as well. That is awesome. They are into this one. They are showing their team spirit. Gotta love it. And if that's not enough to lift your spirit and give you the energy to overcome the deficit and win, I don't know what is. Grace Mock will serve, and it goes long. Great awareness. Taylor Tollefson, she gave that one about 3-4 looks before she decided, okay, we can let it go. And smart thing that they did, because that one went well long. Lavandusky out in his Thiemann. Here's the serve from Haney. And that's going to be an ace. Not a clean dig, so an ace for Taylor Haney. They get 21-20. Haney serve again. This one on the back line, Andrews. It's the dig. I think that one might have been long, but they do keep it alive anyways. Tollefson will get the dig on the back line. They'll set it up for Allie Tollefson at the block at the net. Could not get it through, and that's one where might have to look elsewhere next time you hit it. Keely Allman with the block. That was that's a college level block right there. That was impressive. Melody Mock will serve. And this one's over. Roberts, not the cleanest of dig, but it doesn't matter because she got it. Rosinski will hit it back over after the Haney set. This one dug up beautifully by Taylor Tollefson. Katie Thiemann will look for the kill, but Andrews is in position. And this one nearly, that one got to Tollefson. She went for the dive. I think it might have been tipped on its way through to her. I think one of her teammates may have tipped it as it was winding up her way, but not. I too fast for me to my brain to process. So serve is over, dug up by Roberts to Haney. Allie Tollefson, the southpaw, gets it, and they needed that. 23-21. Here's orthodontic scoreboard. Let's make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Shows the Dragons trailing by 2. And here's the serve from Rosinski. Sliding dig there by Lemieux and hit back across. Haney with the dig. They'll set it here for Taylor Tollefson on this near side. Lemieux again has to get low for that one. Keeps it alive. Andrews with the hit across. Rosinski there. Haney. Taylor Tollefson off a block. It gets down. Taylor Tollefson with the kill. 23-22. Tegan Rosinski with the serve. Dug up there on the back line. Yep, Lemieux again. Blocked at the net, and Allie Tollefson this time. She'll get the block. And that'll tie us at 23 apiece. And with that, the Rebels want a timeout as well. We'll be back after 30 seconds on WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
You gotta listen to this. I missed it, but again, those two young ladies across the way, they're starting a Dragons chant. Everybody getting into it. Like I said, if that doesn't get you pumped, nothing will. Gotta love it. Love these young kids showing their team spirit. It's awesome. My kids do it as well. They love cheering on their teams. This serve is over, dug up by Julia Watrin. And Rebels will get it across. Tegan Rosinski comes from the back line to get the dig. Taylor Tollefson! Send it home. And they have the lead 24-23. And it's set point. I have been really impressed with Taylor Tollefson. She has overcome some adversity here tonight. And she has, wow, impact. And set point for the Dragons. Meanwhile, the Bombers win over the Rangers of Mountain Iron Buell 50-20. What a score. So lopsided. I am so surprised at the Bombers. Not surprised in the fact that they got the win, but just surprised at how lopsided it was. Mountain Iron Buell considered a favorite to go to state, but man, Bombers say, not unless we have something to say about it. So here we go, back out of the timeout. 24-23, Rosinski with the serve. Lemieux gets the set, and they'll set it up now. Look for the kill, but it's blocked at the net, kept alive. Tollefson will get the block as well, hit over by Andrews. Haney with the dig, set. Uh-oh, that one's right at the middle, and it's going to get down. Rebels will get it back. I didn't want that. Did not want that, nor could you afford it. That's tough. That is unfortunate. Nothing you can, a little something you can do about it, but, it's not ending the match or anything, so it's okay. Julia Watrin will serve. Pine City can get it back now. Serve is over. Roberts. Haney sets. Taylor Tollefson looks for the kill. But right to Allman, who got the dig. And this one right at the net. And that one just too easy for Keely Allman. And it's not even Pine City's fault. It's just off the dig. It went right to her, and she was able to square it up. Well, and Pine City all of a sudden with all that momentum simply, and you understand it, but just all of a sudden that energy gone. As the Rebels now have set point. Roberts is there. Haney trying to set it up for Taylor Tollefson. Ah, man. And it will go long on the hit from Tollefson, and she is upset with herself, but she's got to remember, man, mistakes happen, and she'll get another chance next set. So that's going to do it. 26-24. Rebels get the victory here in the third set. We'll be headed to the fourth. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here at the Hones Auto Body and Glass set break. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance company.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP, Dragons fall there in set number 3, 26-24. So we get ready now for the 4th set. Dragons hoping it's not the final. They're trying to make a comeback here and overcome. But taking a look at the seniors, it is senior night here for Pine City. We'll pick up again with Tegan Rosinski. One of her favorite memories is, she said, Coach Lisa hitting the dab at practice. And then she's going to go to school at Central Lakes College and begin her psychology degree. Pretty darn cool. Piece of advice, she just says, cherish every moment on the court. Another one of these seniors is Addison Roberts. She said her favorite memory is just taking a set versus Rush City this year. She said the energy was insane. She plans to, after Pine City Volleyball and graduate, she'll go to college for sonography. Pretty cool. I don't know what sonography is, but any word like that has to be something cool, right? She said a piece of advice she'd give, it goes by very fast, so enjoy 100% the time you get out on the court. Got 2 more seniors left. We'll get to them before the end of this game. But back here, Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, getting ready for the 4th set with the Rebels leading 2-1. The Customized Smile journey starts with a free consultation. They believe the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. Visit EmbraceMN.com to learn more. Taylor Haney will serve. It's over. It's going to come up short, hits the net, and it's an ace. An ace for Taylor Haney, and all of a sudden, the aces for this team are coming to work. This just does get over the net. Surprised it did. Then it hits the net and is over on the set from Moose Lake Willow River. Allie Tollefson lines that one up, and it comes up and is dug up by the Rebels. This one's hit across. Taylor Tollefson is there. Haney and Tegan Rosinski looking for the kill. Dug up nicely by Andrews on this near side. They'll try and get it over. They do. Roberts is there for the dig. Set by Tollefson, and Allie Tollefson looks for the kill, but Andrews is there. Again, they keep it alive. Addie Smiley will get it over. Taylor Tollefson in the back line to Haney. Allie Tollefson, it's in on that back line for the kill for Allie. Serve is over from Haney. Smiley there with the dig. And setting up into the block, though, and it's Katie Thiemann. Another big block that time from Katie Thiemann. Man, oh man. Haney again. This one is dug up by Lemieux on the far side. Smiley will look for the kill, hitting it into the net. They get 4-0. Again, the Haney serve. This time dug up by Watron, and Watron will try and push it back over. Thiemann sets Haney, and now trying just all she could. Taylor Tollefson trying to get around and maybe even over her teammate who had to dive for it in Haney. Did all she could there. Obviously some good effort. Serve now from the Rebels. It's dug up by Rosinski and kept alive by Roberts and hit it back over by Allie Tollefson. And they'll look for the kill. Allie Tollefson tries to get the block, but it will go through the block on the hit. Four to 2 now. Here's the serve from Watron. It is over, dug up by Tollefson. That's Taylor Tollefson, set up for Allie Tollefson on this near side. She had a left hand hit it and got it through the defense. Oh my heavens, what a good play there by Moose Lake Will River. That's the kind that gives you momentum, and Haney just has to push it over. Now Andrews on that far side. Taylor Tollefson, not the cleanest dig. She just had to do all she could, stuck that arm out, and just all she could do to get that one. Four to 3. Watcher in the serve. Roberts dig. Haney will push it over. Does wind up actually hitting a fingertip on the way through. And it's pushed over. Taylor Tollefson to Haney. Tegan Rosinski toward the back line. Watcher and Lemieux. On the far side, Andrews. Off a block. Taylor Tollefson. Rosinski and Thiemann keep it alive. And then Thiemann says absolutely not. The rejection kill from Katie Thiemann. 5 to 3. Tegan Rosinski will serve. It's over. Andrews, on that far side. They'll tap it across. Allie Tollefson trying to go for the big kill. It winds up hitting the net and rolling over. Allie Tollefson gives a face as if, serious? Really? Did that actually just happen? 6 to 3. Serve again from Rosinski. Lemieux. She has about 30 digs tonight, it seems like. Andrews will hit it softly over. Roberts with the sliding dig, and now setting it up for Allie Tollefson on this near side, but just a tad long. Man, right idea. Good spot. Not too much juice on it. Trying to get that snap of the wrist. Just didn't get enough of the snap of the wrist. She will serve Allman right over to Liao. And Allie Tollefson will look for the hit across, and a little bit of miscommunication there, a missed hit. Winds up actually hurting the Rebels because, Keely Allman was there. I think she might have been just a tad into someone else's position there because there were about 3-4 different Rebels in that one circle. 7 to 4. Roberts with the serve. Backspin on that one, dug up by Watson. They'll set it up right down the middle for Andrews, but it goes to Liao with the dig. And this one set up for Taylor Tollefson. Oh, you can't do much better than that. Perfect placement for Taylor Tollefson. That's exactly how you need it. Tollefson saying something about a Happy Meal on that kill. 8 to 4. Serve is over, dug up by the Rebels. Push back across. Liao with the dig on the back line. Haney sets for Shayla Johnson, but dug up nicely there by Melody Mock. Back across. Shayla Johnson back across on the block. Again, another one. And again, Shayla Johnson will hit it back over. Man, oh man, back and forth we go. Roberts now with the dig. Haney will set. She'll push it on this near side to Taylor Tollefson. And another kill for Taylor Tollefson. She is having a night. 9 to 4 and a timeout called here by the Rebels. While they do, we will as well. Back after 30 seconds.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Dragons currently lead here in set 4, 9 to 4. The Rebels called that most recent timeout. Both teams back out onto the court as that buzzer buzzes. Addison Roberts to serve. It's over. Watron is there for the dig. They'll set it up. I thought Andrews, but they just get it over the block of Pine City, dug up by Roberts. And on that far side, Allie Tollefson blocked, and it keeps it alive for Smiley. Hit back over. Roberts there for the dig. Haney to Tollefson. That's Taylor Tollefson through the block. Kept it alive. They'll push on the far side for Andrews. She readjusts and gets it through. Well, that was a softer hit than I think Pine City was expecting, so they stayed back a little bit, thinking it was going to come a little bit harder than what it did, maybe more even on a line drive. That's why Roberts stayed back, but she hit it softly. That's just a very smart play there by Andrews. And now Mallory Microt to serve for the Rebels. 9-5 is our score. Dug up, by Liao, and Allie Tollefson maybe mishit that one as she shakes her head, so she maybe mishit that one a bit. And now Liao, a diving dig back across the net, though. Rebels will get it, and they'll tap it over. Taylor Tollefson will get it now, back across. Andrews through the block, dug up by Roberts. Haney now to Taylor Tollefson, and oh my goodness, not how he wanted to do it, but they keep it alive. Roberts with the dig again. Haney to Taylor Tollefson again, and somehow Watchering kept it alive. Andrews at an awkward angle does it again. Roberts this time. Haney, now Allie Tollefson at the block, and Allie Tollefson finally gets it through for the kill. Holy cow. What a volley by both these squads, but my goodness, Moose Lake, Willow River, that was impressive to say the least. Allie Tollefson to serve. Not Watching, that's Lemieux with the dig. Blocked at the net. Taylor Tollefson. 11-5 now. Allie Tollefson's serve is over. Lemieux with the dig. They'll set up on the far side. They'll get it through the net. And dug up by Roberts. Oh, my goodness. Somehow it got enough to the net to where it deflected, and Pine City just a little late getting there. I didn't think it was going to hit the net either, but it winds up getting the net, and got a substitution. Looks like, I believe, Lavandusky in for Allie Tollefson. And back to serve is Caitlin Andrews for the Rebels. It's up and over. Lavandusky, just could not get a clean dig on that one. And she looks at Coach Tollefson, says, hey, this is how I need to do it, not this way. And Coach Tollefson says, yes, you know. Serve here is over. Roberts with the dig. Oh, Haney's going to have to go and get that one, but she can't get it. That's into the referee's ladder there, 11-8. There's a few mistakes here from Pine City that they, again, can clean up as they go forward. Caitlin Andrews to serve. It's over and dug up by Roberts. They'll line it up for Taylor Tollefson. Oh, man. Mishit it there. Makes it 11-9. You know, that's so frustrating. She has it squared up and exactly where she wants it and just mishit it. But, again, the thing about mistakes is you can overcome them and you fix them. Serve is over. Dug up by Liao. Taylor Tollefson will hit it across. Andrews is there. And now on this near side, hit over. Liao, a sliding dig. And Taylor Tollefson pushes it through. That was off a block. Yes, it was. And Taylor Tollefson gets yet another kill. That one through the fingertips of Moose Lake Willow River. And Taylor Tollefson just reached a milestone, I believe. 750 set assists. Taylor Haney, I should say. I apologize. That's Taylor Haney, who I believe just reached 750 set assists. We'll keep you updated on that. Meanwhile, an ace here for Taylor Tollefson. And we'll watch this serve. It's over. Dug up by Watrin. And to Andrews. And Lemieux hits it back over. Dug up by Lavandusky. Tegan Rosinski will look for the kill. Lemieux is there on the back line. Towards the front of the net. It cannot get over. 4 hits for Moose Lake Willow River to make it 14-9. Taylor Tollefson, this serve on that far sideline, and it is down for an ace. Another one for Taylor Tollefson. Get a substitution here for the Rebels. Ridley Peterson will check into the game, and she'll go to that far sideline where Taylor has been kind of getting that serve. Tollefson's serve is over. Oh, it just did getting underneath it, did Lemieux. I don't know how that English, but it worked. Meanwhile, the Dragons have it. Taylor Tollefson looking for the kill. Oh, man. Well, the Rebels, they forecasted that one because that one went long, and I didn't think it had any chance of going long. I thought that one was in by a pretty good margin. Not the case, though. And here's Grace Mock. That is long. Great awareness by Pine City, 16-10. Katie Thiemann checks in for Addison Roberts. Shayla Johnson is back to serve. Johnson's serve is over. Oh, man. That one came in at an awkward speed, and it works out for an ace for Shayla Johnson. Nice job there by her. And with that, we'll get a timeout again by Moose Lake Willow River. 17-10 is our score. Keep it here. Fourth set, Dragons with the lead, 17-10. So we see Coach Tollefson talking to the team and just discussing kind of what they want to see, what they need to have happen. Finish off the set, talking about communication, I'm sure. But tonight, I've been really impressed with Pine City and their ability to overcome the mistakes. We've seen they've had their fair share, but you know what? They've done a really good job of overcoming those and getting back and not letting it snowball. That's something we've seen this year is, unfortunately, a little bit of inconsistency, and sometimes those mistakes snowball for Pine City. And tonight they're doing a really good job of trying not to let that happen. It's a mental game. It is as much mental as it is physical. And they're doing a really good job on the mental side of things here this evening. Shayla Johnson will serve. She got an ace before the timeout. Oh, man. That went into the net. I thought it had a chance to roll over, but yeah, it will hit the net and come down. That was really close. Roberts will check in for Johnson. A couple subs here for the Rebels as Melody Mock will come in and go back to serve. We've seen a few of those where it comes down what seems like below the white ribbon on top of the net, and then it winds up rolling over. I thought that's what was going to be the case, but not so. Melody Mock with the serve right in front of Taylor Tollefson. Oh, man, Taylor Haney had a good read on it, just couldn't keep it alive off the deflection on the net. May have went down awkwardly, too. She got up a little slow. Hopefully she's okay. Appears to be. Melody Mock will serve. Tollefson to Haney. On this near side, Rosinski gets it through the block, and Tegan Rosinski, wow. Talk about botching names. Tegan Rosinski, I apologize. 18-12. And Lewandowski out in is Allie Tollefson, and back to serve is Tegan Rosinski. Did it again. That's Taylor Haney. Take a breath. And hitting it over are the Rebels. Oh, Roberts saw it, and she slipped. She tried to get that back foot there, and she just slipped. Had a good read, maybe a tad late, but good read nonetheless. Julia Watrin goes back to serve for Moose Lake Willow River. This one's over. Roberts, yeah, that's just well in front of her, and they saw that and said, all right, let's go here. And Watrin gets the ace. This time Tollefson gets underneath it. Allie Tollefson through the block, gets the kill. Impressive kill there for Allie Tollefson to make it 19-14. And now Tegan Rosinski, got it right this time. Tegan Rosinski will go back to serve. And it just does get over the net. Lemieux has to slide for that one. Andrews now, a lob over. Roberts just does get underneath it. Haney will set for Taylor Tollefson, and it off the block, it goes out of bounds. Taylor Tollefson filling up the stat sheet tonight. Make it 20-14. Tegan Rosinski serve is up, and it is over. On that far sideline, Andrews keeps alive. Now Smiley hits it over. Roberts is there. Allie Tollefson to the back line. Lemieux is there. They'll set up at the front line for Andrews, and that is long by Andrews. Make it 21-14. And the Rosinski serve is to the back line, dug up just in time by Watson. Set it up for Andrews on the far side. Oh, it gets off a block. Oh, and Taylor Tollefson almost confused as to how that one got to her. Still discussing with her teammates on the sideline, maybe even her coach. Yeah, Katie Thiemann went for the block, and it almost would have worked better if she didn't, just because that would have been Tollefson's ball, but they're discussing, hey, it's okay. Andrews with the hit, but it's blocked by Thiemann and Allie Tollefson. Again, hit and blocked again, that time by Taylor Tollefson. Andrews will set, and they get it across. Roberts is there to Haney. Taylor Tollefson. Again, the block by the Rebels is out of bounds. And another one there for Taylor Tollefson. Back to serve is Addison Roberts. It is over. Watching on the slide. Andrews will hit it through the block of, I don't know if Shayla Johnson did actually get a block on it. That looked like it hit more of the net and then kind of sidewinded around Shayla Johnson's attempted block. That was really weird the way that one moved. Meanwhile, Mallory Mickrot will come in and serve for the Rebels. 22-16, serve is over. There's Liao, and hit over by Haney on the set. On the far side, Andrews. Off the net, a diving dig attempt from Haney, but not in time. Again, it just hit off the top of the net, and I think she thought the blockers were going to get it, but they didn't get to it in time as it kind of went over them, and she just tried to get off that back foot, just couldn't launch herself enough, and Mickrot will serve again. Dug up by Roberts, kept alive, and Haney. That's unfortunate. 22-18. And if you're Pine City, timeout. I was going to say, you're going to need a timeout, I think, sooner than later, just because you want to keep momentum on your side. You want to stop the run from the Rebels. So they'll do that, and while they do that, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country, 106.5 FM AM 1350. Live video at WCMPradio.com. Dragons lead 22-18 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics has 3 locations, one of them right here in Pine City. Here's the serve from Mickrot, and Taylor Tollefson tries to get the kill through the block, but is dug up by the Rebels. Blocked at the net, pushed back over on the punch there from Grace Mock. And now Allie Tollefson over the block, and it's into the net, and it gets down. And another point here for Pine City. 23-18. Allie Tollefson will serve. It's a line drive serve. That's more of the serve we're used to seeing. Now on the far side, hitting it across. Roberts couldn't get to it, but it doesn't matter because it's out on the near sideline. A little bit too much on that. 24-18 set point for Pine City. Allie Tollefson, another serve, and that'll do it. An ace for Allie Tollefson will give them the set victory here in the fourth, 25-18. We're headed to a fifth, ladies and gentlemen, a fifth and final here in Pine City. We'll be back after a Hones Auto Body and Glass set break on WCMP.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Back here on WCMP, fifth set coming your way. But first, it is senior night here for Pine City. We will look at the final two seniors on the roster. The next one is Veronica Lavandusky. She said her favorite memory is when Shayla Johnson slipped and fell during the run out. Oh, no. She said her plan after graduation is to stay involved with the younger girls and continue to coach club for the younger girls. Pretty cool. She said her advice is don't get flustered over little things. And remember, you're still learning. Pretty cool. Abby Duclos is our final senior on the team. Her favorite memory was playing varsity for the first time against East Central, getting 3 ace serves to win the game. I talked about that earlier in the broadcast, and yeah, she did. I was a part of that game. It was pretty darn cool to see her do that. She came in and got 3 ace serves to win it. She says she plans to, after graduate, go to college, receive her RN, and then proceed to becoming an oncology nurse. Pretty darn cool. Her advice, do it. Do it no matter how tired, sad, stressed, or mad you are. It's all worth it in the end, and it will be over before you know it. Those are the seniors that Pine City has. We honor them. Appreciate them for allowing me to be a part of their season this year. It's been a fun ride. It's seemingly over too soon, but it's been a fun ride as they finish up next Tuesday. The regular season finishes, and we're talking about playoffs. Playoffs. Getting ready and making sure everyone's out there that's supposed to be on both sides. Tied at 2 sets apiece. Pine City has everyone out there. It will be Pine City serve. And it will be Taylor Haney. Well, every single point carries that much more weight in the fifth set because, well, it's only to 15 and win by 2. This one's over. Haney with the dig. And Allie Tollefson, oh, man. You could tell she wanted that one. She set up for it, had the big swing, and just mistimed it. Now to serve Julia Watron for the Rebels. Roberts kept alive. Oh, my goodness, and Haney's going to wind up getting it back across. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. Oh, and then this one looked like it was going to go long, and it winds up just clipping a piece of that corner. 2-0. Here's the serve from Watron. Roberts gets the dig on the back line. Haney. And Roberts going to have to put some oomph on that one. She does, and Andrews just gets underneath it on this near side. And a miss hit there from Addie Smiley, and that actually works really well in Pine City's favor because, again, as I mentioned before, each point carries so much weight here in the fifth. Four Seasons Photography is here as well. You know it's a good game when he's here. He tries to be at all Pine City events, but he's only one person, so he does what he can. Appreciate him being here. Serve is over, and now Dragons have a chance. Allie Tollefson tries to go across court with it and misses long on this near sideline. Again, the right spot for that one. Just a little too much juice, as now Liao will check in for Rosinski. And back to serve for the Rebels is Keely Ullman. Here's the serve. Liao, oh, not the best of digs there on that serve receive, and it's going to be an ace for Ullman. Here's the serve. It just does get over. Liao this time underneath it. Haney sets up on this near side for Taylor Tollefson, and it gets down. Good job there by Taylor Tollefson. She could have absolutely gave that one a whole lot of you-know-what, but she just does the smart play there and gets the accurate hit instead of the big swing. Katie Thiemann out. In is Shayla Johnson. Roberts is back to serve. Addison Roberts. Andrews. Yeah, that one. They're going to say it was tipped. Oh, the Rebels. I think they might have a point. Now, to be fair, it sounded like it, but that sound could be the net. To be fair. But also, to be fair, Rebels might have a point. Roberts will serve. It is over. Andrews will look for the kill, and through the block. Does get it. Well, right now, it just kind of seems like there's a lot of momentum on Moose Lake's side. Not so much on Pine City's. It seems like the Dragons a little flat right now. A little flat. Might need a timeout. I think if the Rebels score one or two more, I think we will see a Pine City timeout just to kind of get the life back. Serve is over, dug up by Roberts. Haney. And Taylor Tollefson looks for the kill. That's towards the net, and not able to get it over that time did Mock, and Dragons will get the point. Allie Tollefson will serve. It is over, dug up by Andrews, pushed on the far side. They look for the kill through the block, and the hit from Freitag. 6-4. Tollefson out, Lavandusky in. And back to serve, Caitlin Andrews. Here's the serve. Roberts is there. That's going to get over the net, and not much they had to do. Grace Mock just taps it down, and 7-4. No timeout yet. Trying to give her team a little bit of their leeway to try and overcome like that from Coach Tollefson. But again, at some point, you want to interrupt the rhythm of Moose Lake Willow River. Haney tips it back over on the set. Rebels look for the kill off the block, and that's going to get down, and here will be a timeout. I think that's the right call here from Coach Tollefson. Again, it's not that, I think Pine City's a little flat right now. They just need a little bit of energy back. But again, a timeout can more or less be to just interrupt the rhythm that a team is in, and Pine City down by 4. Every single point has so much weight to it now in the 5th set, and 8-4 for Pine City as they trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Again, they have overcome bigger deficits this season. They'll look to do so here in this one in the 5th. Going to be a little bit harder in the 5th, but hey, why not? Why not make it as dramatic as possible on senior night? That would be so much fun if they could come back and win. So back out of the timeout. Kaylin Andrews will serve. Had a buzzer, but that's because the clock was done for the timeout. Meanwhile, here's a serve from Andrews. Liao with the dig. It's up, over, and in. And yeah, it's what you cannot have if you're Pine City. So the Dragons got to get some better serve receives here if they want to get back into this one. Moose Lake. And once you hit that 10-point mark, unless you're within only a couple, it is hard to make a comeback. Meanwhile, Taylor Tollefson says, what? Can't count us out yet with the kill. Taylor Tollefson. My, oh my. I mean, she is stuffing the stat sheet tonight. And she's been everywhere. She's been doing it blocks, aces, kills, digs even. Jack of all trades. Serve is over. Dug up by the Rebels. They'll look for the hit off the net. Lavandowski there for the dig to Haney, and Tollefson will have to hit it from about middle of the court. That's Taylor Tollefson. They'll hit it back over. Lavandowski, Haney. Now they're going to get a lift anyways. Yep. A lift call there on Haney. 10-5. Grace Mock will serve. It's over. Dug up by Lavandowski. To Rosinski. Oh my goodness, nothing Pine City could do. It was blocked and then it rolled on the net to the other side. I mean, you can't wish or make up a better play than that for the Rebels. And they didn't even try. They just tried to get the block and then it rolled on top of the net. So a timeout called here by Pine City. That'll be it for them for timeouts in this fifth and final set. 11-5 Rebels lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We're tied at 2 sets apiece. Pine City needs an impressive run to try and overcome this deficit and not only tie it, but take the lead. So timeout here. Coach Tollefson just trying to give some encouragement and let them know, hey, we still got this. We're still in it. Just stay positive. That's what they're trying to do. But the Rebels came out pretty strong here to begin the fifth set. And again, Pine City, it's not that they're playing bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just thought that after that first point, the Rebels had a little bit more energy. But again, like I said, the weight of even the first point in this set are gigantic. Oh, and Shayla Johnson missed it after the set from Haney. Tollefson there to lift up her teammate. 12-5. Serve is over. Roberts there for the dig. Haney. And it's pushed back. Taylor Tollefson will get the hit across. Pushed over. And not going to catch up to it. Taylor Tollefson just could not get there in time. Coach Tollefson there offering some words of encouragement. And the serve is over. Lavandowski there with the dig. Tegan Rosinski will look for the kill. Stuck up by Mock on the back line. Watson will hit it over. Taylor Tollefson with the dig. Diving dig kept alive by Roberts, and Haney just does get it over. Nice play there. Great hustle. That one into the net. That's 4 hits. They called it a block. That was 4 hits. Tegan Rosinski will hit it over again. Well, a missed call there maybe. As Taylor Tollefson again, another diving dig to keep that alive. And then Lavandowski, yes, and Haney will keep it back. And then it gets into the net. Oh my, did the Dragons ever need that. 2 diving plays to keep it alive. 2 hustle plays by the rest of the team. Thiemann in for Roberts. Shayla Johnson into the net. It's match point Rebels. And that's a tough one there. Roberts in for Shayla Johnson. And going back to serve, Melody Mock. Mock's serve is over. Taylor Tollefson there. Haney sets, and Taylor Tollefson will look for the kill through the block. She gets it. 14-7. Dragons need 7 in a row. They need a 7-0 run. Allie Tollefson in for Lavandowski. 14-7. It will be match point unless Pine City can rattle off 7 in a row. And that will be into that, and man, hate to see it end like that. Hate to see it end like that. So that's how this one will finish. The Dragons fall here 3-2 to the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors and possibly a Pine Insurance Player of the Game as well here on WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
That's one of the things that sucks about this job, ladies and gentlemen, is although the season's not over, this is senior night, and senior night means so much. So to see one of our local teams lose on senior night when these seniors mean so much to this group it's tough, because again, it is emotional for these young ladies, and it's not easy. It's not easy, and they battled so hard here tonight, and they played real well, and I can't wait to see what they can do if they play like this in the playoffs. Good luck anyone who faces them, because this team gonna be hard to stop, gonna be hard to beat, especially when they play as well as they have. So a tough game for them, though. They lost set 1 25-14, then came back and said absolutely not on our home court. They won set 2 25-16. Set 3 was impressive, back and forth it went, but it was Moose Lake right at the end pulling it off 26-24. Then Pine City right in the fourth set again got out to a 3-0 lead. Pulled away a little bit. Moose Lake came back and forth, but Pine City never looked back. They never surrendered that lead, and they won that fourth set 25-18. Here in the fifth, it was Moose Lake just getting off to a better start. And again, the start is so important when you talk about a fifth set, because, again, the weight each point carries in the fifth set is like Mount Everest. It is just that much harder to get back, and unfortunately for Pine City, it was the Rebels getting off to the better start here in the fifth, as the Dragons fall 3-2 on senior night. So for the Dragons, this will be this is their last home game of the year, as they will prepare for the regular season finale. They will not play the rest of this week. Of course, it's Thursday. They will wrap it up on Tuesday at Hinckley-Finlayson, and then they will prepare for the playoffs. So here in this one, Taylor Haney hit 750 career assists for this game. I believe that's what that sign said, so congratulations to her. Taylor Tollefson was pretty darn close to getting to her milestone for career kills. It'll happen next Tuesday at Hinckley-Finlayson, so she didn't get it here tonight. It will certainly happen up in Hinckley next Tuesday. She's, 1 or 2 away now from that career mark, so it's, again, a tough loss here. It's tough to try and get. I don't even know if we'll get a player of the game, just because it was a tough game, and I don't blame them if they don't want to send somebody up. I'm not going to blame them. That was a tough match, and I wouldn't want to come up and talk to some random radio dude either. That would be the last thing I'd want to do. So we'll wait just a little bit and see if they're kind enough to come up. But if not, again, totally understandable, especially on a night like tonight and senior night when it's emotional. So totally understand if they don't send someone up. We appreciate them, though, all season long for being a part of our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, sending someone up after each game for an interview, whether a win or loss. We appreciate them. And, again, thanks to Pine Insurance Agency for sponsoring the Pine Insurance Player of the Game all year long as well. We appreciate all of our sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and do any of these games. We also want to thank all of our loyal listeners for tuning in here tonight. We thank them because, again, without your support, well, then we don't get to come out here because they say, hey, no one's tuning in, so you don't need to go out to these games. So we appreciate all of the fine sponsors here this year for fall, winter, spring, summer. Doesn't matter. We appreciate all the fine sponsors who sponsored this and every other broadcast. The Dragons fall here in this one on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, 3-2 to the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. The Rebels were in the middle of this section. What were they, 4th in the section coming into tonight? Pine City was 5th. Now, just based on record-wise, I don't know if the win would have pushed them into 4th. Pine City's pretty cemented in that 5th spot, but you never know. QRF is a crazy, crazy thing, so crazy things happen with the QRF, especially when they go into seeding for the playoffs. Playoffs start not next week, but the Wednesday after that. They will begin on October 22nd for Section 7AA. Again, that is split up into 2 subsections, 1 and 2. Pine City is in the first subsection, where it is home to Mora and Rush City, who are in the top 3 of the section. Overall, I think they're both in the top 5. Rush City's number 2. I think Mora is 3rd in the subsection 1, but I think overall they're 5th, I think, in the entire section. So pretty darn impressive. They won tonight, meanwhile, 3-0 over Hibbing. So the Dragons fall here tonight to 5-21, but again, they are so much better than what their record shows. If you want to catch up with all things local sports, especially watch local sports, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. If you're subscribed, you will get notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. All you'll have to do is click on the notification if you're subscribed. That will take you right to the live video. Another way you can stay tuned is our morning shows over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45 in the morning. We'll talk this game, all the other games that went on in our local listening area, plus some regional and even maybe a smidge of national sports as well. Tune into those. And then another way is our social media pages. Our social media pages are, well, first I want to mention our website, WCMPradio.com. You can go there and go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that will be at that week of play. Those are subject to change. Also on our website, our coaches and players interviews, plus articles from games that we've been at as well. Also, you can find contact info on there and contests that we'll be having as well. Another way you can stay tuned is our social media. Our Facebook and Instagram at WCMP Radio, and then our Twitter at Q Media Sports for all things local sports. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with local sports here on the Q Media Sports group. Whether it's WCMP, KBK, doesn't matter. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow to stay up to date with all things local sports. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. I don't think we're going to get an interview tonight, and again, I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to come up and talk either, especially after an emotional loss like this. So I will try and maybe stall for just a moment longer. It's senior night, so families here to support their seniors. So we'll try and give them maybe an extra minute or two, but again, not going to blame anybody if they don't want to come up and talk. I completely understand. But again, Taylor Haney on the night got her 750th career set assist. So congratulations to her on that career mark. If you're wondering about that career milestone for Taylor Tollefson, go up to Hinckley on Tuesday, because she's going to hit it there on Tuesday, and it's going to be a big, big thing, because she has missed basically her entire junior year, a good chunk of her sophomore year, and still is reaching this milestone. It's quite impressive, to say the least, so be sure to tune in. But again, the Dragons fall here to the Rebels of Moose Lake Willow River, 3-2 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll be up at Hinckley Finlayson next Tuesday to finish off the regular season, and then they'll prepare for playoffs, which will begin the Wednesday after next week. So next Tuesday and then the Wednesday after that. So on the 22nd is when they will start playoffs. So more than likely go on the road. I think with the way their section works, they would go to possibly Mora, actually. I believe they head to Mora for that matchup on Wednesday, the 22nd. So we'll keep you up to date. A way you can keep up to date with that is our website and social medias to know who's going to play where, when, and at what time. So be sure to stay up to date with that. We'll keep you updated. Next Thursday, Friday is when we should have all of that up and ready for your viewing pleasure. Again, the Dragons fall here to the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels, 3-2. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to a commercial break. If we come back, we will have a Pine Insurance Player of the Game. If we do not, you'll hear the game close. So you'll hear that was a production of WCMP Sports. Thank you for tuning in. So we'll go to a commercial break. If we come back, have a Player of the Game. If not, you'll hear the game close, and we will wrap it up. So appreciate you all tuning in. If we get a Player of the Game, we'll come back. If not, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone's going through. Your kindness can make their day. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.